As I've contemplated over the past few weeks about Syria, in my conversations with people, I've made it known to them that I have not made a personal decision whether we should go in to Syria militarily or not. Um, and I really don't care about public opinion. I care about the facts. I care about what I feel is right in my heart because, you know, public opinion is often, most often, skewed by emotion, and that's dangerous. Well, now that it seems that the Syria debacle is starting to wane a little bit, um, recently Vladimir Putin um, has offered a solution and seems to be overseeing the Syrians and their chemical weapons. I do not trust Putin. I do not trust Assad. I do not trust most of the Middle East. I don't trust our own President of the United States. However, I believe I have come to my own conclusion at this time, even though it is at a late hour, better late than never, that we should not uh, enter Syria militarily. And I'll tell you why. I wholly support the decisions by the nations, and especially that one 100 years ago about chemical weapons and how they should not be tolerated, should not be used, and I wholly support that. At the same time, uh, our President of the United States has claimed that this is a matter of national security, that we need to go and take care of of the threat, the Assad regime, even though he has not mentioned removing Assad, but he states that he wants to remove the options for him to use chemical weapons on his own people. Well, that's not going to happen. Um, that may be a matter of national security for us, yes. With terrorism out there, which does not wear a true uniform, uh, that's going to be. We have it here already. Okay, you can't tell me with a border to our south full of holes that we don't have a greater threat there. That being said, the point of this post is to tell you that there is a greater national security by far, in my opinion, and that is our own infrastructure, our own value of the dollar, our own security. We have no business going and fighting other people's battles um, in the hopes of securing their liberty, if you will, a liberty that they probably don't share the same view of as we do in the United States. But if we have a neighbor in trouble, you have a house next to you, good friends, but they're having financial difficulties. Maybe they have a child that is very sick and in the hospital. Medical bills are mounting up. You want to help. If you don't have your house in order first, it's going to be very difficult for you to make an effective impact on your neighbor. Yes, help your neighbor, but are you in turn hurting yourself in the process, thus bringing you both down? No. Your priority, our priority, is to secure our homes financially, spiritually, physically, all that. Secure our homes. And I'll tell you this much: money is tied directly to happiness. And I don't say that to mean that money is the cure-all for stuff. I'm talking about your personal finances is tied to happiness. Did you know that about 80% of all working people worry about financial troubles while on the job? Did you know that most divorces center around financial matters? It is directly tied. Your fiscal, financial responsibility and discipline is directly tied to the happiness in the home. So, getting back to a national level, we first need to secure ourselves, make sure that dollar is rising, um, make sure that we are producing energy right here at home, decreasing the dependence elsewhere, shoring up our borders to the south and all other borders. This needs to be done. Only then will we then have the backing of the American people to go and help others, because they will have witnessed the security of their own United States of America. If they are economically in good shape, then they can take those actions to make America strong spiritually. They can take action to make their homes within America strong and safe. And so these are the things that I think we first need to address before, at this juncture, we go and start worrying about other countries. Countries are going to have their own civil wars, their own battles. Chemical weapons should not be used, but it is irresponsible for a country that is not responsible itself at this point to go and impose that on somebody else. Let's get ourselves worked out first. Then we'll be much more secure and able to do things around the world.